belief that the problems with Islam, and I mentioned ISIS. So we're speaking about Islamic extremism, modern Islamic extremism, whether or not this was a result of foreign intervention into Muslim land, and that Western powers form policies that allow their military to intervene in the Middle East and fight Western wars in the Middle East. And I did not agree with that. I disagreed by saying that in fact the American government, the former American government, financing ISIS, financing Islamist rebels, financing Al-Qaeda, this does not really create Islamic extremism. This only revives what is already there. The ideology of ISIS existed from the very early years of Islam. And I referred to an incident that explains the beheadings of ISIS, which took place under the Caliph of Islam, the first Caliph Abu Bakr, and he is the father-in-law of our Prophet Muhammad. And Abu Bakr, clearly in Al-Bukhari, because the brother requested evidence from me, in Al-Bukhari an incident is very clear that after the death of Prophet Muhammad, Abu Bakr made it an obligatory act, and this is in the chapter of Zakah, made it an obligatory act for everyone to pay Zakah, to pay charity to the Caliph. And this is in Al-Bukhari, the obligatory charity tax, Zakat, and this is hadith number 1399 to 1400. Now, when we take a look at, for example, Abu Bakr said, by Allah, I will fight those who differentiate between prayer and zakat. Zakat meaning the charity. Zakat is the compulsory right to be taken from the property of regular Muslims, and if they refuse to pay, even a she-kid, which they used to pay at the time of the Messenger of Allah, I will fight them for it. And then he did. He fought, for example, if you take a look at the Ridda Wars, the Wars of Apostasy. We have an entire book called the Ridda Wars. I will quote the references in English. Kitab al-Ridda by al-Waqidi, 1990, printed, page 107 to 108. And then we have a huge amount of references which I can send to you and to the viewers. We can link them. And I'm keeping my eye on the time. So this incident took place. What took place was Abu Bakr wanted the Muslims to take tax. The Muslims did not wish to pay tax. Some who did not believe in his caliphate, which the Muslims believe the Prophet had appointed, who said, after me is Abu Bakr. So it's all divine. The prophecy of Muhammad was divine. The appointment of Abu Bakr, according to mainstream Islam, was divine. This divine appointed caliph, by the words of the Prophet, that the Quran says does not utter from his own self. It is only the words of Allah. This appointed caliph, and also the father-in-law of Muhammad, went and ordered Khalid ibn al-Walid to kill a man called Malik ibn Nuwayra, and they killed him, and they raped his wife in the same night, and they cooked his head, and it's all quoted. I have right here Islamic sources, evidences.
Where in Bukhari
all
does
of
it say
them.
he cooked?
I did not say. I said Kitab al-Waqidi. These are major, gigantic sources in Islam. If
Where
you
does
want
it
to reject
cooked?
them, you can reject. I'll show you.
Let's just focus on what we agree on.
No.
Because
They
the
cooked the
beheading
head.
is what you were
Let's
talking
finish 5 and then
My
you have
time.
5, yeah.
They cooked the head and they raped his wife. And while you're speaking, I'm going to bring them out again. These are more than just one references. This is an agreed upon. In fact, even Umar ibn al-Khattab wanted to kill him for doing that. Do you disagree that Umar wanted to do that?
He will start in 5 and when your time is
The
up.
point is, in my last 30 seconds, the point is, this is not one incident. We can ignore this. What about all the others? They killed them beheaded. You cannot separate between Islam, which is this, and what the people do. Abu Bakr and the Prophet are not just any people for you to say they don't represent Islam.